Hello friends, welcome to my channel Physics with Rakshit. I have been explaining the book Theory of Everything authored by Stefan Hawking. In previous 7 videos, I explained history of our universe, origin and fate of our universe, expanding universe, direction of time, what are black holes are not completely black. In the present video, we will see what is theory of everything. This is the ultimate quest that physicists are looking for. If anyhow we can have theory of everything, we can understand mind of God and nature completely. Let us see. So in physics, it is very difficult to construct complete and full-fledged theory of everything which can unify four fundamental interactions like gravitational force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, and electromagnetic force. But we can understand partial theories as approximation in physics. Like if you wanted to understand gravity by studying general relativity, you can understand gravity. If you wanted to understand electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, you can understand it by studying quantum electrodynamics, quantum chromodynamics, quantum flavor dynamics, respectively. But these are partial theories. You have to study separately to understand each forces. But we are looking for a complete framework which can unify or incorporate all these interactions, which is very difficult theoretically as well as experimentally. As if you wanted to observe theory of everything experimentally, it requires huge energy, huge order of energy, like Planck energy, which is of the order of 10 raised to 28 electron volt. And we could reach in Earth up to 10 raised to 12 electron volt in Large Hadron Collider, which is the largest laboratory that physicists could ever build. And that is why it is very difficult to observe theory of everything or quantum theory of gravity experimentally. And theoretically, it is also very difficult to construct as it requires many theoretical operations like renormalization is a process in which infinities and anomalies can be removed successfully from equations of theories. So as I told, general theory of relativity is completely classical, while rest of fundamental interactions are quantum mechanical by nature. So it is very difficult to incorporate general relativity with these three forces. In general relativity, it is very difficult to incorporate uncertainty principle of quantum mechanics that we will see. And we have also saw this concept in previous lectures also. We know that by incorporating special theory of relativity with quantum mechanics, we can have quantum field theory, and we can say that frantically fluctuated energy can have quanta of shorter time. And we know that our empty space is not completely empty according to quantum mechanics. Rather, it possesses quantum fluctuation. And it is described by virtual pair of particles like electron and positrons, etc. It means according to quantum mechanics, space is no longer empty, rather it has quantum fluctuations. In quantum field theory, the infinities and anomalies which are introduced in equations could be successfully removed by operations like renormalization, and which is very difficult in general relativity. In 1976, physicists came up with the idea of supergravity to quantize general relativity. According to this theory, we require supersymmetry. It means for every boson, there is a corresponding fermion. For every fermion, there is a corresponding boson. We should note that these supersymmetric particles are yet to be observed. So it is complete theoretical concept. It requires many new particles to support its theoretical framework, along with graviton, which is spin 2 particle and which is hypothetical particle for gravity. Thereafter, physicists discovered string theory in which zero-dimensional particles are replaced by one-dimensional string. What is string? String is vibrating filament of energy which could be understood using quantum mechanical framework. In string theory, there are many dimensions. We can perceive only three space dimension and one time dimension by our naked eye and by our brain. But string theory predicts many extra dimensions like 0 to 9 space dimension. Beyond existed dimensions 3 plus 1, it means we are talking about classical physics or quantum mechanics without extra dimension. But here I am talking about extra dimensions with 0 to 9 dimensions or deep range, which is object predicted in string theory. In string theory, trajectory of particles, or in general physics, trajectory of particle is understood in terms of chord line. If we consider strings or plane or any cylinder, trajectory of this object can be understood using word shift. String theory was discovered while finding theory for strong force. We should note that here that string theory was discovered while looking for any theory which can explain hadrons. And by replacing zero-dimensional particle by one-dimensional string, physicists can have some solutions that can quantize general relativity, and physicists named it as string theory. In 1974, father of string theory, that is Schwarz and Cirque, discovered string theory by describing gravity using string theory or quantizing gravity using string theory. Thereafter, Schwarz and Green showed new type of concept regarding string theory, that is parity or left-handed particle, which is technical concept that I cannot explain here. They could explain parity in string theory, and thereafter string theory progressed rapidly. String theory requires 10 dimension or 26 dimension. Superstring theory version requires 10 space dimension, and bosonic string version requires 26 dimension, which is very difficult to observe or perceive by our brain and naked eye. In string theory, one concept is there, that is compactification. It means these dimensions are curled up in such a way that we cannot perceive them or we cannot observe them. But it is completely theoretical construct yet to be observed. No observation or no experiment is discovered which could observe extra dimensions. That is why in string theory, to understand all this concept, you have to consider anthropic principle, which tells that our universe exists because of our presence. If we don't exist, our universe doesn't exist. It means we are living in certain possibilities in which only 4 dimensions are possible. In different possibilities, there may be 10 dimension or 26 dimension where intelligent life cannot be there. So infinities and anomalies, supersymmetry, extra bunch of particles or virtual particles are concepts that string theory predicted, and which is the biggest hurdle to have complete theory of everything. If string theory is complete theory of everything, we have to have some observation regarding these problems. Then and then we can claim that string theory is complete theory of everything. So there are three possibilities. In first possibility, complete unified theory can be discovered or will be discovered in future, which is yet not possible. In second possibility, only partial theories are possible. Like nowadays or from history of science, we understood that each force can be understood using complete framework of any particular theory. Like if you wanted to understand gravity, you have to consider general relativity. If you wanted to understand electromagnetic force, you have to consider quantum electrodynamics. So complete theory of everything is not possible. In third possibility, no such theory is possible. There are certain limitations on observation. It means events cannot be predicted with complete accuracy. There is always degree of uncertainty, and that is why we cannot have complete theory of everything. Or else, if we have complete theory of everything, it means we have cracked mind of God. Then what is the role of God is the biggest question. If we will have complete theory of everything, thereafter we will be looking for these questions. In past, we know that electricity, magnetism, and optics were separate branches. After discovery that electromagnetic waves is nothing but light, we understood that these three branches are unified in one framework, that is electromagnetic theory. Thereafter, electromagnetic force successfully unified with weak nuclear force, that we tell it electroweak theory. Thereafter, physicists discovered grand unified theory by unifying quantum electrodynamics, quantum flavor dynamics, quantum chromodynamics. If unification of these three forces are possible, then in future we may have theory of everything which describes our nature completely, and by this way we can have crack of mind of God, or we can understand mind of God completely, which is bit difficult from present scenario. So in future, theory of everything may possible is the question. It demands more theoretical and experimental advancement. As I told, to observe theory of everything, we require energy scale of the order of 10 raised to 28 electron volt, which is impossible in present scenario or present technological scenario. Quantum theory of gravity is theoretically complex and needs more technological advancement, as I told. So science has progressed such that no single person could digest every aspect of theory. Previously, it was possible. In the era of Newton, any person who is intelligent could digest history of universe or can keep track the history of universe, history of physics, history of science. But in the last century, science has progressed in such a way that no intelligent being can keep track each and every aspect or each and every aspect of theory by uh, complete study. And that is why we can say that in present scenario, it is very difficult to have theory of everything or difficult to pursue theory of everything by single mind. So another possibilities are, is there any boundary condition or initial condition of universe that we discussed in previous lectures? So what is beyond God? Who is the discoverer or creator of God is the another question. If somehow we crack the mind of God, we will be looking for the question that what is the creator of God? Who is the creator of God? So if theory of everything is possible, then what is the role of God? In philosophy, it is said that asking the existence of God means denying God. As God is beyond existence, then what is the meaning of such kind of concept in physics? If theory of everything is there, it means we can understand mind of God completely. It means God is the God is there in the existence dimension. It means we are in wrong direction. Somehow we must accept that God or subjective reality must be beyond natural laws. Then and then we can have any role in physics. So what is role of philosophy in theory of everything? If somehow we can have complete theory of everything, then there is no role of philosophy for physicists. Thereafter, philosopher will only study language as philosophy according to this book. So by theory of everything, we can have complete knowledge of nature as well as mind of God. So by completion of this lecture, here I complete lectures on theory of everything authored by Stefan Hawking. Thanks for listening. If you have any question regarding this lecture, you can ask in the comment section. If you like my video and like this series, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel and share this series.